Afternoon guys, or morning. Right, I've just finished filming the video for the Smallrig 3009 cage kit for the A7S3, and the postman's just been and delivered my other Smallrig bit, so we're going to go through that as well. Yeah, this is the 2915 side handle, and it's actually a NATO side handle. Normally when you get the Smallrig handles, they have the screws that just manually screw in with an Allen wrench into the side, but I need something which is quick release for weddings, so I can break down the kit really easily, shove it in a bag if I need to get in someone else's car, or if I need to travel between locations, if I need to take it apart and put it on a gimbal or anything like that. Then I didn't want to have to unscrew stuff. I wanted quick release, and that means getting NATO. We talked briefly about NATO in the last video, but basically it is a quick release system which lets you take the handles off dead quick and usually without any tools. So let's get into it. This is the 2915, classic kind of Smallrig packaging, nothing really to it. It's just a brown cardboard box. So stickers are really good. The top handle looks fantastic, but I also wanted a place to grip the camera on the left hand side. I'm not usually manually focusing. I'm using autofocus and switching into manual once I grab focus a lot of the time, so yeah, grabbing the camera by the left hand side or underneath the lens isn't really a priority for me, and I wanted the flexibility to have that left hand grip. So in the box, here it is, again, bubble wrapped, basic kit. There is a mount here, which, the mount screws into the handle, and then the NATO clip here clips onto the side of the cage, and you just spin this bit here to clamp it on. So you can put this handle on the left or the right, which is why I don't think it comes attached. So yeah, let's have a look. It's smaller than the regular wooden handle, I think. So yeah, let's see how we get on. So yeah, this is it. So this is the bottom. It comes with an Allen key, as all the Smallrig stuff seems to do, which is a very nice touch. It has strap lugs on the left and the right. You can use it to put either a normal strap or the Peak Design anchors and have the leash strap like I use as well. It's fully milled through the centre, so you can adjust the height once it's on, and it also has strap lugs at the bottom, so you can use one of those full like hand straps so you don't drop it. I don't have one of those, but I don't know, it seems like a good idea. It also has a cold shoe on the top, and that's about it. It is fairly small, but it does fit in my hand quite nicely. Yeah, I did expect it to be a little bit bigger, but for what I'm going to use it for, and yeah, the way I need to pack my gear, I think it's going to be perfect. It's got a little bit of weight to it. It feels good quality. Let's screw this on and then get going. So this is the way you have it. So the cold shoe obviously faces that way. The Smallrig logo at the front, which means that little indent is for your finger there, and that bit rests in your palm. Being wood, it means if you're shooting in the cold, you don't get freezing hands because the wooden hand grip doesn't get cold. And basically you end up with the handle with the NATO clamp on the side of it there. So now we're going to get the cage, which we just assembled like literally 20 minutes ago, and I'm going to undo this NATO screw here. And I'm going to put it onto here. I'm actually going to take this HDMI cable clamp off, just so I've got a bit more flexibility with positioning it. And then, yeah, the left hand side of this Smallrig A7S3 cage is a NATO cage, NATO rail, sorry. So that fits on nice and snugly. So yeah, here you have it. So yeah, that seems really decent. Means you've got a left hand, because you've got a grip on the right hand side. Some people put the grip on the right hand side, but then you can't hit the record button, and then you've got to like juggle stuff between your hands, like record, handle, whereas if you're just there, then you can hit record, you've got your hand on the handle, and you can go between the handles, you can do low stuff, and that feels very comfortable. You can see that it sits forward from the actual body, so one hand is in front of the other, but I can't say it feels particularly uncomfortable. Now the big test is if I can use the articulating screen with it there. With it flipped out, it is kind of not completely flat, so with my hand there it's going to be very difficult to use it in this configuration. So with the screen flipped out, it's not ideal. You'd have to use it like at an angle like that, or use the handle higher up or further down, so I'm going to have to play with that. There is only a NATO rail on the left hand side, so if you want to use the NATO handle on the right hand side, you have to put on a small NATO rail, like the one for the top handle that we put on in the last video. You have to put one of those down this right hand side there. I mean, having that on would feel uncomfortable if you didn't use the side handle, so if you decided to take it off and shoot it handheld, you'd have this rail and these springy bits poking into your hand, which wouldn't be ideal. So I would say the left hand side for the wooden hand grip would be the ideal solution. So overall, I think I like it. It's great. It feels great quality. The wood is nice. It's shaped nicely to my hand. It is small, but yeah, again, it's compact. It'll fit in a bag, which is a priority for me. I can hold it by this grip and it feels solid. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall off, which is great. Yeah, which means I can kind of hold it with the handle and manipulate the screen or the controls or whatever, adjust things. It means I can kind of go from underslung to these like movements, where I'm adding a little bit of stability, and it also means I can hold it against my body really tight, because here there's no grip. Normally you end up trying to hold it like that, whereas pulling this into your body to try and get a stabilized shot, absolutely no problem. So that is it. That is the Smallrig 2915, is it? Yeah, 2915 wooden side handle with the NATO clamp. I think it's going to be a lot more convenient than a screw-in handle, because let's see how long it takes to get this off and put it in my bag. There we go, it's gone. So yeah, happy with that. Absolutely brilliant. It doesn't have any locking locatey bits like the what do you call it, the HDMI clamp, but I suppose that adds to the flexibility of where you can place it, because you can stick it right down at the bottom there if you want, or right up at the top, and kind of shoot how you want. Actually, that might be quite a good solution. That works. Oh, that works. Excellent. And I can also move it slightly down on the handle as well, so you can use the screen in full articulation mode. Right, yeah, look at that. Absolute clearance there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I think I've worked it out while we're on. Brilliant. Right, I cannot wait to get shooting with this thing and to get some ace handheld footage. Like I said, sick of using my gimbal because I'm so reliant on it. I just want to be a better filmmaker with the gear that I've got just on the camera. So hopefully this isn't going to be too cumbersome to carry around and to pack, and I'll be able to go out and get some great shots in the next couple of weeks when it stops raining. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Yeah, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Are you thinking of getting the 3009, or are you thinking about getting the wooden side handle for an existing cage? If you want to buy it all as a package, I got it all on Amazon. There was a great deal on, like a really great deal. I couldn't say no to it. Yeah, I've got some more reviews, unboxings and some how-tos. I've got some more sample footage coming, handheld and gimbal and active stabilization from the A7S3. I've got some S-Log 3 pointers and tutorials, and lots of good stuff to come. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next time. See you later.